I'm Lana, one of the missionaries here in Thailand, and welcome to Covenant Leadership Podcast. This year, our annual Leadership Summit was held in each nation of Victory Asia. Purvis and Rebecca Watson are back from their travels, and they're wanting to share a message of what God did and what He's speaking at this time.
So we just wanted to have a bit of a conversation today because you have been around the world.
Seems like, yes.
Whirlwind traveling.
It is.
And today what we wanted to do was just bring a perspective of what God is doing kind of around the world. It's easy for us to get so fixated on what's happening in our backyard and in our home and to get, kind of discouraged or feel overwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
But God's doing a lot of amazing things around the world.
That's right. And you can miss what God has for you by focusing in too closely. And that's what we see. I mean, honestly, Beck, when we're thinking this year we're going to do our summits in every country, and I'm going to travel to most of them, you're going to travel to India, whatever. But once you step into it and start doing it, it's like, man, I am so thankful that we're moving ahead. And it's the same thing, when we get focused, narrowly focused, there's something has to break through, like you say, break us out of that so that we see a bigger picture. And when you're thinking about, Canada, America, our Western world, and Western nations, which supposedly is where we're sent from, right? Somewhere decades ago, and what happens there, and how does it affect what happens on this side of the world? And at the same time, we're having a summit in Thailand, a leadership summit, but some amazing things are happening in these nations that people need to know about, because this is a result of sending us. I asked the Thai leaders before ahead of time, like, what do you want to see happen at Summit? What is it that your goal is? And I've heard the same thing from the Philippines, same thing from Pakistan, Nepal, all those places. We need to move up, but there's a desperation that we move up and that we do more in this next year than what we've done before, both personally, as a team, and as fruitful as an entire ministry. So that's really where we went.
So what was the main message then that came out of Summit in Thailand that people at home could take back for their own lives too? Because what God's speaking to us as a ministry team, He's also speaking back. The message that I got really, and it all fit together, of course, amazingly, because the Spirit of God does that. I spent several days up on the mountain over there just praying and asking God, what is it? And it came to this, is that it doesn't matter how big of an issue we're facing, how big of a problem we're facing, whether it's a personal thing, a sickness in our body, a financial thing, a challenge, whatever it may be, relationship, whatever it may be, there's a place that we can go right now to receive a guarantee that situation is going to change. And that is, of course, naturally, the throne of God, right? But actually, if we would just break out of our daily routine for a few minutes, right, or an hour, or whatever it takes, be committed to do whatever, fast and pray, whatever, and go into a volunteer wilderness place where all I'm going to do is focus on getting God's answer for this need and this challenge. Guaranteed 100% God has an answer. We know that, right? And sometimes it's just a matter of stirring ourselves up and say, okay, I'm going to go get it. I'm not going to let tomorrow be the same as today. And that has resonated powerfully everywhere we've gone, and we've just seen some tremendous breakthrough in people's lives. Yeah. Most people want to avoid the wilderness, right? We pray against it. In the name of Jesus, no wilderness.
Yeah, right.
But the truth is, it's like you said at the summit here in Thailand when we were together in Masai, is that when you force yourself into that position where there's nothing else that's distracting you, that's taking up your time, that's taking up your energy, then God can speak a clear word. Some of us wander in confusion for a long time because we haven't given space for God to actually speak a clear word to us. So
that's right.
We really want to encourage everyone back at home, and our friends and our partners and supporters and those that are in ministry. It's really easy to get busy with life. It's really easy to get overwhelmed with what's going on in our personal lives. What we need is a clear word from God, clear direction as to what it is that we're supposed to do with regards to our family, with regards to our future, with regards to our church.
Yeah. And on that note, I love my life, you love your life. We love our lives. We're having so much fun here. But I also love going to the wilderness.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like it. Opening the Bible and just saying, God, I'm just here, just for you and me, and I need a word on this. And the revelation comes, and I tell you what, come down off that mountain or out of that prayer closet or whatever it may be with the victory in your heart, and then it'll manifest. And again, it's absolutely guaranteed. There's never once where God says, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer your prayer. You know,
That's right.
Because He wants breakthrough in our lives.
Yeah, that's right. So then our encouragement to you is to make sure that you get yourself into that position where God can speak to you in the middle of everything else that's going on at home. The word that God spoke to us from Summit in Thailand is make sure you get time away, go into the wilderness, spend time and get a word from Him.
And I think one thing that God might say is tell you to come here for Summit 2020. Seriously, we are doing what we call the Summit Support Cruise, where we want a number of people to come from our Western nations to be a support team for the national leaders that will be coming in from basically 10, 11 major nations across Asia, or major ministries across Asia. And so this is a tremendous opportunity to, you don't have to go with me to Pakistan if you don't want to, but the Pakistan leaders are coming here for Summit 2020, September 7 to 11, and you want to be here. It's what, $1,800 I think, plus your airplane ticket to get here. We'll look after you, pick you up, take care of every detail.
2 weeks of
and
awesome.
and it's going to be awesome. We've got a great venue planned. And
this isn't for people who feel like the call to missions. Maybe you do, and this could be your testing the water. But this is for people who want a word from God for their lives, right? So you come and you get direction, and you can go back home changed. So
absolutely, and it is guaranteed. We'll money back guarantee.
So join us for the next episode as we're going to be talking about Summit in Pakistan.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it is good.
Hey, thanks for watching this series with us. If you want to know more about what we're doing, all of our social media links are listed below. We want to give you an opportunity to partner with us, so click that Give Now button. And as always, thanks for watching.